Hello everybody, welcome back to Man in the House. In today's video, yes, it's Fitness Fridays. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to give you all the information from week 1 of Nutrisystem for Men. That includes what I learned, the kind of the do's and don'ts on week 1, as well as my final results, the weigh-in, what I weighed, what I lost from 1 full week on Nutrisystem for Men. In addition to that, I got a grocery haul to share with you guys, as well as some protein prep and the key takeaways to get ready for week 2 of Nutrisystem for Men. So with that, stay tuned for more.
Nothing can break. You can't break me down. I got gas in the tank. I got money in the bank. I got news for you, baby. You're looking at the man.
What an amazing week. I'll tell you this much. In the beginning of the week, I shared with you the last video, kind of the things that I was learning through the week. But in this video, I just want to kind of summarize week 1 before we go on to week 2. So first up, first day of week 1 was a little bit, like trying to figure out everything because, even though you read all the stuff, when you're in that moment and you're trying to execute the plan, it's a little bit, you're just a little bit unsure of whether or not you're doing things right. I hit a stride day 2, day 3. I mean, it pretty much from a execution of the program perspective, it was pretty easy. I mean, after a while, I knew what snacks I could eat. I knew, I pretty much had the program down from, what times I was eating. I was tracking tracking all my meals in the Numi app, which worked out fantastic for me. I mean, so by the end of week 1, I was like in tune with the program, felt like I knew everything. And one thing, I did have a challenge in week 1. Actually, it was the beginning of week 2. This is my 4th day of week 2 as of the shooting of this video. I don't have a weigh-in, so I don't know how much I weigh for the week 2, so you'll have to wait for next Friday's video for that. So we'll kind of be a week behind, but that's okay. Because I weigh myself every Monday. I started the program on Monday. I weighed myself that day. So every Monday I weigh myself, and that's when I give you the updates on the following Friday. But the Monday of this week, I think it was Saturday. It was Saturday of this past week. I went out with, we had a holiday party, and it was because usually we do our holiday parties after the Christmas season for the leadership team, just because we got a lot of logistic things that we got to get done from a business standpoint. So we were out at this holiday party. Look, guys, it was already a chaotic day. I was, we were rushing to get out there. I was like 30 minutes late. Beth and I were like 30 minutes late getting out there, and I was, I had no snacks with me at all. We started that night at like 6:30, and the plan was to be out to like, 10:30, 11 o'clock. And I kid you not, I had no snacks with me at all. And you know how it is. You go to these holiday parties, and usually it's around the hors d'oeuvres or appetizers rather, and everybody's eating, and so I had nothing with me to eat. It was crazy, y'all. I'll tell you like this, don't do that to yourself. Make sure you always have, this is the what did I learn portion of the show. Make sure you always have a snack or something you can snack on with you. I'll talk about, some of those things today, what I have on deck all the time now after learning that. But the challenge for me was, even though it was my 6th day into the program, I didn't have, that basis of knowledge for how to eat out, and I didn't know about the leaf part of the program, which is something I'll talk about a little bit later here. But it's like an eating out guide. So I hadn't gotten any information on that, so I didn't know how to use it yet, right? So I'm out to eat, and we're at one of these, kind of bowling alley type places for this party, and I'm just struggling. I kid you not, guys, I was struggling. Because I needed to, everybody eating, y'all. They eating, you know how it is. They go around and you got the egg rolls, you got the mozzarella sticks, you got the pizza, you got all kinds of little appetizer like things all around the table. And I'm just sitting there looking, stepping back, I'm drinking my water, trying to stay up on the water. Because, water really helps. If you got if you got something to drink, you at least can drink some water, keep yourself feeling somewhat full. But you know how it is, y'all, you see all that food, you get a little bit, Anyway, I was struggling, y'all. It was bad. It was real bad. It didn't get bad for a couple hours. By 8:30, I hadn't had nothing, and I was eating every 2 hours, which I'll tell you the schedule that I kept throughout the week. But I was eating every 2 hours. I got to that 2 hour mark, and boy, it hit me. I was starving, y'all. So anyway, long story short, I ended up getting these like lettuce wraps that they had. They weren't supposed to be lettuce wraps. I asked them, could they put this chicken, whatever it was, into a lettuce wrap so I could eat it. So I ate 2 of those. They were absolutely phenomenal, which probably means that they weren't the best for me. But at the time, it was like I was stuck. It wasn't, there was no sweetness to it or nothing, like it didn't have like nothing sweet on it or anything like that. But I just based on how good it was compared to everything else I had been kind of eating throughout the week, it just seemed like it was probably more calories than I wanted at that time. So that was like day 6. But day 7, no issues. We were back to schedule and everything. So, final results for week 1, y'all. Here they are. If I had a drum roll, I'd give it to you. There might be one in here. Final results for week 1, I lost 9.8 pounds in the first week of Nutrisystem for Men. That turbo takeoff week took off 9.8 pounds, and I cannot tell you how much better I feel. Number 1, because I'm eating more vegetables. I'm eating 4 servings of vegetables a day. I'm getting more nutrients in my body. I feel more energetic. I am lighter on my feet. Listen, 10 pounds makes a difference, guys. I know, everybody knows, you take off 10 pounds, it makes a difference. I'm walking using the same power that I normally use to walk, but it seems like I'm moving a lot faster these days. So watch out, because I'm moving quick. I'm going to be talking about on your left in a minute, on your right. Those of you that are movie buffs, y'all know what I'm talking about. But anyway, so those are my results from week 1. I was 231.8 when I started, I believe. I might have to look that one up, y'all. 230.8, I think is what I was. And I ended last week on Monday in the morning. I weighed 221 on the dot. 221. I lost 9.8 pounds. So whatever that math turns out to be, yes, that's what I lost. 9.8 pounds. Yep, so it would have been 230.8, and then 221 was my weight on Monday morning. Man, was I happy when I saw that. Because remember, I'm not weighing myself throughout the week. I'm just trying to focus on just, doing what the program says and then weighing myself when I get to that Monday. It's worked out great, guys. So what do you need to know for week 2 before we get into my grocery haul off over here to the side that you can't see and my protein prep for the week? What you need to know for week 2 is this. This pamphlet here comes with, in your box, let's see if I can get that to focus. Maybe up here. Yeah, okay. So can y'all see that? All right. And what it says is read me after turbo takeoff. Here's what I would suggest. Ignore that. Completely ignore that. Open this package. It comes with 3 parts. One is this first fold out, which basically talks about the new meat tracker, and it talks about like sample meal plans, what they're gonna look like for the day. It has no details in them, just kind of little samples, so you can get a little snippet of what your meal plan is gonna change to in week 2 and then following until you get to the success phase, which is where you've already lost your weight and you're just trying to maintain. So it talks through the app on this side, it talks through a sample day of meals over here, and then it talks about what flex meals are on this side of the page. I did not read that. I am a stickler, guys, for following rules, instructions, and so I did not open this until Monday morning, or it might have been Sunday night. It might have been Sunday night. I think it was. I opened this Sunday night, and much to my surprise, I was totally unprepared for week 2 of Nutrisystem for Men. So my advice, open the package before you get to week 2. Read everything you need to read because you need to prep for week 2. What else comes in it? The daily tracker. This daily tracker has, I mean, you see how folded and kind of ran through it is? It's because I have been in it just about every day. Because not only does it give you your grocery list, what to shop for, it also tells you what the meaning is for some of that meal plan stuff that's in this one right here. So it'll tell you you're gonna have a breakfast plus 1 PF, and a PF is a power fuel. And then it'll tell you like you're gonna have a regular snack, and then one of your meals might be a flex meal, and it really lays out what you're gonna be eating in those flex meals in a very simple format. So for example, if I flip to this page, the mix and match flex meals, I know you guys won't be able to read that, don't worry about it. In the lunch section, for example, this is a flex meal, which means that you are not going to be eating a standard Nutrisystem for Men entree. So you're not going to be grabbing something frozen or grabbing something, you know, that's in one of those little containers that you saw me eating in the first week and just throwing that into the microwave. What you're going to be doing is you're going to be taking one of each of these items from the list and throwing them together. So for example, a flex lunch is going to contain, you know, one of these power fuels. So you can either have a 4-ounce deli meat, 4 ounces of beef or turkey burger, 1 cup of tuna packed in water, or a half a cup of tuna packed in water with a hard-boiled egg. That's one part of the lunch, right? You can pick one of those 4. And then for their smart carb, you can have 1 slice of whole grain toast. You can have 1 medium apple or banana. You can have a half a cup of beans, either black navy or garbanzo, or you can have a 1/4 cup of whole grain crackers. You can only pick one of those smart carbs. And then for the veggies, same thing. You can either have baby carrots, celery sticks, cherry tomatoes, cucumber slices. Pick one of those. And so basically each section, you pick one from each section, and that's your lunch. It is super easy to figure out. You don't have to count anything. You don't have to worry about anything. When you're putting it together, you just need to stick with the guidelines that are like on the next page. So like 1 serving is 80 to 120 calories. So they kind of give you everything. But if you haven't opened this and you are on day 1 and you think it's going to be turbo takeoff week again, you're behind the curve like I was. And trust me, I was behind the curve Monday and Tuesday in this, and it was like, what am I gonna do? It literally was. It was like, what am I gonna do? Because I didn't have my proteins, I didn't have anything ready to go. And I suffered through the first 2 days trying to make sure that, you know, because I got a very busy work schedule. Then I come home to another busy schedule at home with video shooting and all that stuff and helping my wife. So it was a challenging start to the week. I think I've kind of hit a groove. I know what I need now, and I know what I got to have. So with that, one other thing I wanted to talk about before I forget is the leaf portion. So in the New Me app, at the bottom there is a little button that says leaf, and it goes out to a website, leaf.com. Leaf.com is just a huge wealth of resources for you to, figure out what you can eat. And this is the biggest thing. If I'd have known about Leaf, if I'd have read about it and got online and started looking through it the first week, when I got to day 6 and I was out, like I was telling you with my coworkers, I would have been able to go on Leaf, and it gives you a guide to dining out. And boy, I read it and I was like, oh wow, all of this information out there. It literally breaks it down by cuisine. So like if you're eating Chinese food, if you're eating, Mexican food, whatever the cuisine is, they basically give you a eat this, not that. Choose these types of things, stay away from these types of things. They give you suggestions on, what to ask the cook, or if you can ask for alterations to the meal plan. They give you all of those suggestions right there in the New Me app that takes you to leaf.com, or you can go right over to leaf.com. But it is a phenomenal resource for all the information you need for dining out, and testimonials and all the other kind of things that support your weight loss journey. So, by all means, don't wait until you get to week 2 to open this and start going through some of the details in here. I'll tell you, you'll be behind the curve, and you will be struggling to get back on track. So, with that said, I went out to the grocery store, you guys. I went to Myers, and it's a late night. It's been late. I'm just trying to, get everything together, get this video out for you guys, because I promised Fitness Fridays, and I didn't want to let you down. So even though it's late, I'm going to talk through what I got. We're going to do some protein prep, and then we're going to wrap this video, guys. All right, so what did I just get? Oh, while I'm talking about that, let me tell you too, the other thing that, other takeaways. Make sure that in week 1, you figure out what your go-to snacks were. I can tell you this. I ate a lot of celery because it's quick, it's easy, it's in your hand, and you can do it while you're moving, you're shaking, right? I ate a lot of cherry tomatoes, baby carrots, and broccoli. Those are like my go-to snacks from week 1. I'm gonna carry those into week 2 just because it keeps you on track, and they work right. They work well within your meal plans as side veggies, because you still got to maintain those 4 servings of veggies for the day. One other thing, takeaway. If you don't eat a lot of vegetables currently, and you are going to get on a program where you're going to be eating a lot of vegetables, get ready for the flatulence. Tell your family to get ready for the flatulence, because it is coming, and it is going to be crazy, y'all. It is crazy. Don't be sitting down in no meetings. If you got meetings, make sure that you didn't have a lot of vegetables before you go into that meeting, because it's going to be a long meeting. I'm telling you, these veggies, I don't know if it was the broccoli or what it was, but I'm going to tell y'all, I am more flatulent than I have ever been. Yes, there's plenty of gas to go around, is all I'm saying, y'all. I don't mean to gross you out, but it's a natural function. They say it's a natural function. I'm not used to it like this. It's pretty bad, y'all. But I'm definitely feeling so much better with the veggies. So let's get into the grocery haul real quick. Talked about that. I'm just checking off my list, make sure I got everything, y'all. The book, the app, got it. All right. So here's what we got from the store. I'm gonna talk veggies first. We'll talk the meal prep. Dang it, I forgot my little thing. I'm gonna grab that though. I'm gonna make sure I show you guys. All right. So first off, real quick, head of lettuce. Those are for my salads. I got a bunch of these little broccoli heart things. They're small. They're about a serving size. I'm gonna say that's probably 4 to 6 ounces. I'll measure it out later. So I got a bunch of these guys just because I wanted to make sure I had a lot of them. Like I said, they're like my go-to. Here's another thing I got a lot of. So my cherry tomatoes, got a lot of these. These are my go-tos. I'm gonna bag them up. We're gonna bag them up together. Got some baby carrots. Like I said, go-to snacks, you gotta have them. I got some non-fat plain yogurt from Dannon. This was pretty cheap. I think it was $2.99 from Myers. All of this stuff I got from Myers. I basically took the grocery list, took the meal plans, and just grabbed a few things, trying to get through about 2 weeks worth of groceries. Here I got some plain raw almonds. Didn't want the salt, so I just got the plain raw ones. I'm gonna bag those up. We got some sugar-free Concord jam. I told y'all I got the celery, got the organic style because they're kind of cleaned and cut already for you instead of having to, man, I'm telling you, there was days I had whole stalks in a 12-ounce Ziploc bag because I didn't have time to prep. So I just grabbed the whole bundle, threw it in there, took it to work, and I washed it while I got there and cut it up and all that other stuff. But celery, lots of celery, guys. I got some whole grain pita breads. I got these because they are flax, oat bran, and whole wheat. They are only 50 calories, no trans fats. And as you can see in the pamphlet I was selling, you can eat like a slice of bread, wheat bread, or like a wheat roll or something like that. So I wanted to have something comparable with that, but that was lower in calories. And something just fell. That's what that was, so I don't need that. All right. What else do I got? More baby carrots. I got some string cheese, y'all. That was one of the power fuels for one of the, I think it was one of the power fuels for snack time. So string cheese I got. I got some boneless, skinless turkey breast, which we're gonna weigh out and separate right now. I have some turkey bacon. This is 94% fat-free, which is what you really want. You want the low fat, you want the low sodium bacon. So I got that. I got some 90% lean turkey meat, turkey patties. Again, it's one of the power fuels. So I grabbed these. I'm going to make sure that these are 4 ounces in our little measuring thing. I got some shaved deli meat, which I got 2 pounds of it. I think, the first time I got it sliced. And, when you're trying to get 4 ounces exactly, it's kind of hard to do slicing because you end up with like peeling slices. So this time I got it shaved. It looks a little bit more shaved than I wanted it to be, but whatever. So I got that. I also got some, which you can't see because it's packaged, but this is 92% lean ground beef. So I got that, and I'm going to make some ground beef patties out of this as well. 4 ounces, 4 to 6 ounces, because you can have 6 ounces of beef, but somewhere in that range. We're going to get that together. I got these sandwich thins, whole wheat. Again, this is because these are 90 calories for a whole bun, and I probably will take half of that and get you 1 tablespoon of this peanut butter and spread that on there, and that's a snack. So we got that. That is pretty much it for, I think. Yep. So that's pretty much it for my haul for the week. I'm going to get this stuff, start getting it diced up. This is what we're going to do. So I bought some of these snack bags. I'm going to take and divide up my snacks. And then I'm going to do the same thing for my turkey breast that we talked about, for my ground beef, all of those things. I'm going to make sure that they are 4 ounces or 6 ounces. I'm going to bag them up. And then I'm going to throw them in either the refrigerator or the freezer, depending on what we're talking about. But that being said, here's what you need for the rest of the video. You absolutely need one of these in your house. This is a scale. It is got a nice little tray on the top of it for you to put your meats in. It's got some, it's got some liquid measurements on the top there, cups, floral ounces, and metric milliliters. And it's basically a scale. You throw the top on it, you zero it out, you put your meat in there, and you're ready to go ahead and measure your meat up for the week. You gotta have one if you're gonna stick to this and really have accurate results. You gotta have your measuring tool with you. The other thing I have is I got my slicer. Everybody ain't good with the knife. I can slice and dice. It just takes too long for me. I ain't one of those chef type people, so I got one of these. I love this thing. It's super easy. Anything you want to cut or slice, you raise this up. You got some prongs in there. I don't know if you guys can see that, but basically there's 4 little prongs in there. You put your veggie on there. You take your veggie, you slide it back and forth on this over a bowl, and all your stuff comes out of the bottom. It comes sliced and diced. You can do it, with a large. So you got 2 different blades. You got the large blade, where you got a larger slice thickness, and then you got the small blade. Don't know if y'all can see that, but works very good. It keeps the time down. And really what you want to do when you're meal prepping is you don't want to have to take a lot of time when you're meal prepping, because it's already, you're probably going to be doing it on the weekend. You're taking your precious personal time, your weekend time to meal prep, but if you don't do it, you're going to feel it throughout the week. So I would suggest take a day, take a half a day, take whatever time it takes, do your meal prep, get this stuff out of the way. So let's get it in right now. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to throw some gloves on. I'm going to start weighing this stuff up. Everything's clean. And I'm just going to show you what I'm going to do. So we're going to get this out of the way so you guys can see. Man, guys, it's been a busy week. My wife, B-Love, got the braces, y'all. She got the braces. I know y'all don't see them because she's, we got some recorded videos so she can kind of get used to, the ordeal that is braces. So far, she's been doing very good. No pain or nothing like that. She really doesn't have any. She got a little bit of discomfort just from the wiring and stuff on the cheek, but other than that, it's been okay for her. The only issue is she can't eat like she want to eat, and so that's been a challenge. But I think she'll be over that soon. She's gonna go get one of these pieces adjusted. She should be fine, guys. You're gonna see her definitely back in action, doing her thing. But she did get it done. It's in place. So want to let you guys know that. All right, so you see my plate here. Got the large plate because I'm gonna be doing a lot of prep on here, and it's gonna be easy. I'll show you guys. It's pretty easy to do. Like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna adjust my scale so that it reads 0. Going the wrong way. Come on. Alright. So my scale reads 0. And I'm going to go ahead and take my chicken breast first. We're going to do that. We're going to do a quick rinse of the plate. And get ready for the beef. Where is my other chicken breast? Right here. So again, I'm going to do 4 ounces of these. I'm going to cut them up. We're going to bag them up. And we're going to be good to go. So I'm going to go ahead and get my bags ready. Put those out. I'm not a person that likes to put my hands all in the food, so I use gloves, y'all. That's me. All day long. Let's make the... So So I'm going to get these all out of the package. I'm going to run and I'm going to go ahead and run and rinse them off. And we're going to be ready to start cutting. Alright. So I'll be right back as I rinse them off, after I rinse them off. And we'll be ready to start cutting, portioning, and putting them in bags. Okay, so I have rinsed off my chicken. I'm going to go ahead and throw some more gloves back on. I'm going to take one of these, kind of measure up how much 4 ounces looks, is by the eye. And then I'm going to use it to kind of get ballpark for the rest of them. So I think, one of these is small enough that we might be getting close. So let's see how much this weighs. So just as I thought, that is just over 4 ounces. Alright, so I'm just going to take a piece off of that, just a little piece. Yeah. Actually, yeah. And I'm not going to go too, super 4 ounce. That was just slightly under 4 ounces. So let's see where we are. Because I got a feeling I'm going to end up with some pieces at the end, which is fine. Because I'll just bake them up with the rest of the stuff here. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this off. See where we end up here. Start taking it in strips. That way at least I'll have some chicken strips to cook up. So there's another 4 ounces there. I'm pretty much going to cut this one in half because it's pretty hefty. Toss that in there. Yep, 4 ounces on the dot. That's a little light. How about if I put these in there with it? Yep, and there's my other 4 ounces. So this is pretty easy, guys. But if you don't take the time and you just go ahead and throw this in the freezer, not only are you going to be cooking it all, I may end up cooking it all together anyway, but yeah, so another 4 ounces. And I'll take a little bit off of this. You're going to end up cooking it anyway, possibly all together or maybe separately. But for me, I'm probably going to cook all these together. But the good thing about it is they'll be all prepped and ready to go. They'll cook up probably less than 4 ounces. Yeah, there we go. And this is going to be heavier. Oh yeah. Yeah. So I'm going to take this, go ahead and bag these up. That way when I want to cook something, I can quick, throw it together, throw it in a pan. It's not going to take that long. I will probably, yep, I am. I'm going to go ahead and bag these all in one bag. That way I'm going to cook them all together, prep them all together, throw them in the pan, get them all done. I got all my proteins done, chicken-wise, for the week. So I'm going to keep this on. I'm going to go and grab some 1 gallon Ziploc bags because I'm not going to be able to fit these all. Well, maybe I'll try it. Keep me from having to run upstairs. I might be able to get at least 2 or 3 of these in the same bag. Yeah. That'll work. That will work. Actually, probably got quite a few of these in the same bag. And I should be able to get the rest in another bag. So I got my chicken prepped for the week, ready to go. I'm gonna throw these in the refrigerator. So anytime I'm ready to cook them, all I gotta do is throw some seasoning in the bag, shake it up, you know, or throw them in the bowl, season them up, and I'm ready to go, y'all. I'm ready to go. I got it ready to go. I ain't gotta worry about it, ain't gotta think about it. I ain't gotta be like, I'm starving, I don't know what to do, because that's gonna happen, y'all. If you don't prep, you're gonna be starving. You're gonna be like, oh my gosh, I can't take it anymore. I gotta eat this, you know, whatever it is in front of you, which is not gonna be good for you. So I'm telling you, prep. Make sure you got your veggies prep, your proteins prep for the week. Make it a habit. I'm trying it myself. It's a new thing, but this is what we doing. So I'm gonna rinse this. I'm gonna do the same for the other stuff. Basically, I'm gonna wrap this. I'm not gonna take you through all of it, but I'm basically gonna do the same thing for my beef. I'm gonna package it up. I'm gonna separate it all out. I'm gonna do the same thing for my sliced deli, because I know that's 4 ounces. So I'm gonna rinse all this stuff off, and then I'm gonna continue on with the process. But just to share with you, I'm happy I made the choice. I think what I've learned in the process is that, you know, I really wanted a program where where I didn't have to think. Right? I wanted to be able to just grab my stuff, put it in the microwave, or do whatever. Everything's all planned out for me, and I don't have to do anything. The reality is, while that's good in the beginning, it's not good for you in the long run. Because we have to learn how to meal prep. We got to learn how to make the right choices, right? So when I'm out to eat, I make the right choices. When I'm, cooking at home, I make the right choices. That's really what it's all about. If I'm going to make this my life's journey, then I got to be able to do it fundamentally, understanding, what the correct portion sizes I should be eating are, having a good mix between veggies and carbs and proteins, and being able to put together a good plate. And that is one of my biggest takeaways from week 2. Week 2 thus far, my biggest takeaway is that this is going to be a tool that helps me to learn and understand what I should be eating from a, veggie, carb, and protein standpoint, how to best make choices when I'm out to eat. And I think that I'm going to learn more and more of those things as I dine out throughout the course of this during my flex meal times. And I learn to make the right choices when I'm out. The biggest thing is, and I did this when I went out that day at the party. I did do this. I ate my dinner just before I left out. And it was one of those little cups, you know what I'm saying? But I had it just before I went out. It was like 5:30. I was supposed to be there at 6. I got, so the reason why I did that is because I didn't want to be starving. Because once you get to the point where you're starving, you don't make the best of choices. That's why I'm saying takeaways for the week. Meal prep, and make sure you keep your snacks. Keep your snacks on you. Grab you some of these snack bags. Bag yourself up some snacks. Make sure that your snacks are healthy snacks. Either the Nutrisystem snacks that are pre-bagged for you and ready to go, or that you have veggies to snack on. I would suggest, unless it is your snack time, that you snack on veggies if you're hungry, because they're super low in calories, y'all. Super low in calories. That's the other thing I wanted to tell you. So week 1, the Turbo Takeoff week, my calorie intake designated by the Numi app was 1,025 calories, which is extremely low. And I'm very shocked that even though the calorie intake was extremely low, I wasn't hungry. I was eating every 2.5 hours. I was following the program. So for those of you that want like the sample meal plan or sample meal times, because I was looking all over and I couldn't find any. I ate breakfast between 7 and 7:30. That morning snack, which was the NutriPro shake, between usually around 9:30, and then somewhere between 11:30 I had my lunch. Around 2:30 I had my NutriCurve bar, and then I would stretch my dinner time to about 5:30, 6 o'clock, because I wanted it a little bit later. I didn't want to eat like at 5 o'clock, because you get one snack after that, and I didn't want that snack to also be early and then me get to, because sometimes my days are longer than normal, and you know, if I end up late, I don't want to be like starving and then trying to figure out what to eat. So 6 o'clock worked great, because 8 o'clock was my evening snack, and it was always something veggie. I saved like 2 portions of my veggies of the 4 that you have per day for that evening time. So I was snacking on veggies. Again, my sleep was better because I'm only snacking on veggies at night, and I kept a light stomach going to sleep. It worked out great. So that was my sample meal plan for the week, or sample schedule for meals for the week. You know, you eat the 5 to whatever, I think it's 5 definite meals per day. Well, then anytime you're going to be snacking, it's going to be within one of those 5. And it worked out great for me, guys. Like I said, 9.8 pounds, almost 10 pounds in 1 week. Phenomenal. I plan, you know, they say 1 to 2 pounds after that. We're going to see how it goes. I want to see, you know, where I end up on Friday. You'll get that update. Next Fitness Friday, you'll see what week 2 turned out for me. You know, if that little bit of time where I had to eat that that veggie wrap affected me. But thank you guys for tuning in to Man in the House. This has been awesome to me so far. I'm hoping you guys enjoy it. I got your messages on recipes, on mukbangs, on what else was it? Got the recipes, got the mukbangs. Oh, and the cooking and talking. So I got it. I heard you loud and clear. It's coming, especially as I start cooking some of this stuff. So I'll start meal prepping, not meal prepping, but I'll actually start showing you guys some of the recipes that I cook based on the Nutrisystem recipes in the book. And so look for that to come. That's coming up. I really want to kind of get settled into the second phase of this, to where I really understand what I can and cannot eat, you know, and I can kind of plan out everything. But right now, I've just got all the stuff together, and we'll see, spices wise, what I can put together and what I can choose from their recipes and show you on this channel. So thank you again for all the great comments. If you haven't already done so, please don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that notification button twice so you get all the notifications. I told you guys, if you only hit it once, you only get occasional notifications. So hit that notification button twice. Leave a comment. I love the comments. I try to answer every comment that comes through, the questions and everything. So I appreciate you all, and you have a great day. See you next time on Man in the House.